right, great Sunday morning. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far, folks. Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, in with our 15 minutes of mastery that we do each and every day to get your day started off on the right foot with some information, inspiration, and motivation so that you can go out and attack the day, even on Sundays. And on Sundays, we have our Sunday recharge, right? When we come in, we want to make sure that we're seeing what worked the week before, what didn't work. Like I said, analyzing the week as it was, and in this case, the month. We're going to talk about the month, going back and taking a look at what worked, what didn't work, what needs to be adjusted, what can we double down on. Did we actually hit the goals that we were after, right? And so, with that being said, I want to talk about why recapping your month each and every month is so important. We're on the 2nd of February, so obviously you're going to start a new month here coming in tomorrow. And Thomas S. Monson wrote, when performance is measured, performance improves. Now, when performance is measured and reported, the rate of improvement increases. Who doesn't want to hit their goals faster? Who doesn't want to see the success quicker? Be more, who doesn't want to be more effective so that you can get the results that you're after, right? Because I'm here to tell you that many a housing consultant has left this industry. People that could have done some great things left this industry way too soon because they didn't get the results they were after. And I'm here to tell you right now, it doesn't matter what is going on out there, economy, administration, rates, things of that nature. You always have the opportunity to hit your goals. You always have the opportunity to go out and actually accomplish what you're after. Now, the amount of people that are available to you may be less. The amount of people that are actually responding to you may be less because they're a little apprehensive with what's going on with pricing, interest rates, and things of that nature. But money is always circulating. So if you're in sales, especially in manufactured home sales, you should not be in a position where you're not hitting your goals more than not. Okay. In other words, most of the time you should still be hitting your goals, even now, especially now, because there's so much more opportunity for you, the housing consultant, the community manager in manufactured homes, than there is for realtors. We all know that the realtors are always dropping off, right? Because a lot of people get into that business thinking they've got all these aspirations, thinking that it's going to be this one thing, that I don't have to work, I get to have my own schedule, all the fluff that people tend to tell themselves when they're starting their own business, right? And they don't put in the work, and then they don't make the money they had to, so then they go back to doing something else or whatever it is they were doing before, right? Now, right now, with the way the market is, I keep telling you about the 26 million households that can't afford a site-built home. They can't get a loan for over 275, maybe 300, but the majority is 275 and less. And there are no site-built homes, at least not quality site-built homes, available at that price in just about any market. And so you have the huge advantage right now of being able to pick up even more and more business because of the fact that you do have something that is available to them. You are able to make it happen. And that's why I tell you it's so important that you go back and you look at your month and see what worked, what didn't work. Where did you mess up? Right? What could you have done better? But one of the things to be able to get that done is you have to be tracking your information daily. Okay. You have to have a firm grasp on where are you at in your business. What have you been doing daily? What progress have you been making? Because it's about the consistency, right? You're not going to have a sale every day, but it's what you do every day that matters for you to get the sales and the fundings that you're after. If you're not focused in on the steps that it's going to take, you're never going to reach the finish line or the goal line or the end zone, whatever analogy you want to make, if you're not tracking the steps that get you there. See, too many people, they stop and they are only looking at the end goal. I want to do this. I want to deliver X amount of homes per month. I want to be able to make X amount of money, whether it's every month or for the year. That's what they're focused in on, but they don't stop to really analyze and put a plan together for the steps that it takes to reach that goal every month. And those steps are daily steps. You have to break them down from the macro to the micro. You got to bring them down into your daily actions that are going to get you to that goal. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about, because it's so important that you have some sort of way to measure and look back. Look back at what's been working, what's not been working, so that you can make sure that you're actually getting things done. And the best way to do it is to have something that you keep for yourself, something that you write on for yourself, and be able to measure based off of that and have a plan for each and every day, and having that plan down on paper. Right now, me personally, you guys know I've talked about this all the time, right? I've used all these different types of things, whether it was electronic or technology applications, notebooks, and all these things. And so even now, I'm not selling manufactured homes like you, but I am using my own copy of the Path to Mastery Planner, because it works still the same way for me and for our business in what we're trying to get done, right? In other words, there's certain daily things that we have to do. We have to track also our appointments. We have to track everything that's going on, making them. So every single day, come in and write out my plan for the day, right? To be able to get done what needs to get done, to make sure we're hitting everything that needs to be met in order to get to that goal, right? And so yesterday I spent time going back through and figuring out, okay, where do we end up? Did we make the progress that we were after? Okay. And what can we do to improve for February? So I come back in, and at the end of the month, I look at January. Okay, how many times did I win, and how many times did I lose? Right. Well, and I go in and figure that. Look, when you win 26 out of the 31 days, that's not pretty bad, right? We had 83% percentage of winning the days, and to me, winning the day is accomplishing the tasks that I had for that day. And because we attacked those things, and some of those days just didn't happen, didn't get it done, and you got to be honest, you got to hold yourself accountable, right? But because I won most of the days, we actually picked up quite a bit of business, especially here in the last couple of weeks. And it's the same thing will happen for you in your business. Are you tracking your daily tasks? Are you breaking down your end goal? If your goal for February is you want to deliver 5 homes so that you can get paid on those 5, okay, first of all, which ones are they? What needs to happen in order to make that be the case, right? And then you've got to break it down into the daily actions to make sure that that actually takes place. Now, at the same time, the beautiful thing about what you do in manufactured home sales is this: your business that you're doing now, people that you meet with now, brand new deals you take now in the month of February are actually most likely going to be what is going to be delivered for you 3 months from now, 3-4 months from now, depending on the production time of the factories that you're working with, right? So let's say, for instance, you were 8 weeks of build time. Okay. A deal you take now in February, you're probably working on that thing for a week or 2 weeks before you get it closed, depending if it's a home only loan or if it's land. If it's land home, it's going to be longer than that, right? But let's just say they were all home only loans. And so you're taking deals right now in February. You work through the middle of the month or a little bit past that to get it closed. You order the home. So you're going into March. You've got 8 weeks of build time. So you're March, April, May when it comes offline. So that's really a June home. That's something that you can count on for your goals for June. So what I'm thinking right now is, okay, yes, I want to know, what am I going to fund right now in February, this month, that I'm going to get paid on, right? But hey, what are your goals for June? Based on your overall goals, what are you supposed to be doing in June? And that's what you got to make happen now. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that. Hey, you may sell a cash deal right now in February that goes and gets delivered, and it adds to your month, and that's fantastic. But you're still working for that because every month is different, and every month you're going to have that kind of thing. So you need to know what are the steps, the daily steps that need to be taken in order to reach the end goal, and that's what needs to get measured. So I want to talk to you about that. What are those daily steps? What should you be focused in on today? Look, this Sunday, here's what I want you to do. Hopefully you've got this information written down. Hopefully you've been tracking everything that you've been doing, right, each and every day, so that you can be honest with yourself and figure out, am I actually hitting the goals that I'm after? Am I accomplishing the things that need to get accomplished each and every day, right? Here are the top 5 things that you need to look at. Okay, first and foremost, you need to look at your ads placed per day. You should have something written down on what ads you put out and where you put them. Okay. You want to look at how many are you putting out every day, because that's going to have direct correlation with the next item, which is the calls made per day based on the inquiries, the people that are responding to you. Obviously, I know you're also going to get some leads that may be issued to you from your company. And great. That needs to be part of what you're tracking as well, right? Because you want to start tracking how many calls are you making per day. This planner has a section in it for calls, and you can track the calls that you made and how many people you actually spoke to, not just calls made, but people you spoke to, right? Because when you know how many people you spoke to, now you can compare that to the amount of appointments that you set per day. And you've heard me tell you this, and I will tell you this forever until it changes in the future, if it ever does. But here's the thing. You want to at least set 2 appointments per day. Why 2 appointments per day? I'm going to run through the numbers again, okay? Let's say you're working at a retail location, or you're in the community, and you get 2 weeks off per year. So you work 50 weeks out of the year. If you're setting 2 appointments per day, that means that you're going to have those you're working 5 days a week. That's 10 appointments. Okay. 10 appointments that you're setting per week. Out of those 10, half will show. You've got 5, you've got 2 or 3 walk-ins. You're sitting in front of 8 people. Out of those 8 people, you should be taking 2 new deals. Okay. If you're working them correctly, because I'm here to tell you, the only people that are actually out looking at homes, before, let me back up. Somebody's going to tell me, well, yeah, but out of those 8 people, probably, which of them qualify? Look, people that are looking right now still have money and can buy. Not all of them. I understand the majority of them still can't. The majority are probably going to have credit issues, but you don't have only people with credit issues looking at homes. As a matter of fact, the ones with credit issues are the first ones that are going to back off from actually going to go look at a home, because 1, the prices are high, the interest rates are high, and they know they've got credit issues. Are they all going to stop going? No, but you're not going to have, it's not like right now you're going to have so many more. What you do have is you have buyers that still understand prices are high. They understand rates are high, but they're still looking. People that can buy and want to buy, right? We talked about those 26 million households that are out there that can't buy a site-built home. You can go get some of those to come and visit with you. But anyways, set 2 appointments per day. Like I said, 10 appointments per week. 5 of them show. You get a couple of walk-ins, 2 or 3 walk-ins. You're sitting in front of 8 people. You should be able to take 2 new deals. As long as you're working with attention, you're being a professional, you're educating, you're empowering, you're going to get these people to buy in, because they're so desperate to buy a house, because they can't buy one out there right now. So if you do your job right, you'll be able to get at least 2 new deals a week. And if you're working 50 weeks a year, that's 100 homes, 100 new deals you take in a year. Even if you delivered half of those, only 50% pull through, that's 50 homes a year. You take your average commission per home, multiply by 50, that's your potential income. And that's why I tell you, it's so important to get at least 2 appointments a day. That's one of the things you want to be tracking. The next thing, you want to track your personal traffic per week. How much driven traffic, what we call driven traffic, appointments that you set, whether it's from your own personal marketing, from leads, people calling into the office, maybe it's from people that have been in before, right? The B-backs, and you're calling the follow-up and getting them back in. How many are you driving in versus how many are walking in? Because once you know how many people you're sitting in front of, based on the amount of appointments you're actually setting, now you can go back and look and say, okay, look, I'm sitting in front of 8 people a day. I'm actually setting my 10 appointments. So the numbers are working. Or I'm only sitting in front of 5 people a day right now, but I'm only making X amount of calls and not setting 2 appointments a day. Okay, I need to pick those things up. I need to focus on my calls. I need to focus, but not just focus on the number of calls, focus on the quality of the call. Get better at your calls. You want to be able to improve that. Look, we've got a whole series on phone calls and what to say, how to say it, and how the conversation needs to go with the way people are buying nowadays. This isn't, man, this isn't the business of even 2-3 years ago. We've got to be different on the phones, and we show you how to be highly effective on that. But you want to track your personal traffic, and then lastly, new deals taken per week. If you track that right now in February, I want you to do this. I want you to track the amount of new deals that you take per week. And then you're going to look at the total you did in February. And then you'll be able to, okay, did any of those go in February? Were they some cash deals? Was it a chattel deal that just went quickly and got it delivered? How many are rolling into November that did not get funded and move forward, right? Or I'm sorry, into March. How many are rolling into March? And then you look at, okay, some of these are being built. Okay, so when are they projected for? And once you start doing these things and you do it throughout the year, now you're going to be more in control of your business, of your life, of your financial well-being, because you understand just how this whole game works. And now you're operating differently moving forward, but you only can do that if you stop to measure your production, if you are actually tracking what is going on, if you have some way of going back in and taking a look at what you did or didn't do, right? You've got to be able to see this for yourself and be able, and at the same time, look, hey, you got to be real with yourself. Was it a win or was it a loss? What happened? Okay, what didn't you do on those days that you lost? And look, I got there were some calls, had some great stuff, but I didn't get all of my tasks done for that day, so it was a loss. You got to be honest with yourself, because the more authentic you are with yourself, the more integrity you have, the more accountability you have for yourself, the better you're going to get. Don't fool yourself. Don't make yourself feel better because you want, oh, but it didn't happen because of this. Look, it doesn't matter. It should have gotten done. I should have gotten those things done. I didn't. There's a loss. Now go back and fix it, right? But when we do that, now you can truly take a look at what's gone on, and based on what you see, you can project for next month, right? You can take a look at, okay, what's going to happen in February now? What am I going to do? How am I going to make February happen, right? You can come in and play, hey, man, and I'm here to tell you, started yesterday with a loss. Not good, right? So didn't get to do everything I needed to get done. But hey, look, here's the thing. When we talk about losses, it's personal. It's a business, I'm sorry. Okay. Yesterday, I got to do some great things with my family, with my wife, my sons, spent a lot of time with them and things they had going on, that were soccer games and lunch, and got to have lunch with my 7-year-old after his game. And we went to go watch 11-year-old play. We got some things done. And so it took from my ability to finish everything I needed to get done. It was a business loss, but I got to do some things that I normally don't get to do. So I'm not beating myself up, but guess what? This morning, I already got all that stuff knocked out. Now I just got to focus on my stuff for today. I got to focus on my things for this coming week at MHI, the winter meetings here in San Antonio. If you're going to be here, let me know, man. I'd love to meet you. I'd love to meet you down there. We're all going to be down there and taking part in that and really trying to blow things up for our company and for the industry. But anyways, look, go back, recap your month. Take some time today. Be honest with yourself. Are you on track with your goals? How far off are you? What do you need to do to get back on track? But understand, you must measure that which gets measured gets improved. Only what gets measured gets improved. And I want to see you guys rise to the top. I want to see you guys hitting all your goals. I want to see you doing fantastic things. Let's make February a great month. Remember, it's a short month, man. Only 28 days in February. So go out and do some fantastic things. If there's any way that we can help you here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, we can help your teams operate more efficiently, more effectively. I know we can. If you would like us to, reach out to me. We'll be happy to get on a call with you and make things work for you as well. Have a great Sunday. Go do some fantastic things. We'll see you again tomorrow with another 15 Minutes to Mastery. And if you're going to be in San Antonio for MHI winter meetings, let me know. All right. Look forward to meeting you. As always, I can't wait to meet you.